Hello, my friends. Welcome to the metal shop. And today, working on this little Hohner professional licensed by Steinberger guitar. So this thing is, I've always wanted like a tiny little travel guitar. I have one of those, a Steinberger Synops, but it's not really very good actually. And this is, I think, going to be quite a worthy project for the ultimate in travel guitar and versatility. This is a hum single with coil tapping, 24 frets, has a tremolo, and you can see how compact it is. One of the issues that I'm having is the pickups are garbage. I mean, not to put too fine a point on it, they're EMG selects. EMG is known for their great active pickups, 9 volt, 18 volt pickups. These are passive pickups. They're made offshore somewhere. I plugged it in. I had high hopes, but they sound like garbage. I just can't put it any other way. I can't recommend these pickups at all. They're going to go into the trash. So I bought a proper set of EMGs and a custom switching system that used the 3 mini switches here. I'm going to lose the coil tapping because I don't really care about that so much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip this down completely and I'm going to paint the little body of the guitar here, Porsche Sunfire Yellow Metallic. I love the yellow guitars. I think it'll look great with all the black hardware pieces in place, and so we'll go from there. This thing has already, I don't know what happened up here. I don't know if you can see that, but they've gone after that with steel wool, Scotch-Brite, something like that for whatever reason. I'm not going to paint the neck. The neck will stay black. The body itself will be that nice metallic yellow color. So let's get going on stripping this thing. Cool. I did forget to mention, so unstringing this thing is pretty simple. You just have to detune far enough so that the little jaws here will slide out enough and it will release the ball end of the string, just like so. And then here at the other end, it takes a standard 3mm Floyd Rose wrench. This is kind of a nice thing because you can just use regular strings and pull them taut and clip off the ends here instead of the specialized Steinberger double ball end strings. You can use those too. But this is actually pretty nice. Oh, one of those jaws fell out. That's, you gotta, if you wind it out far enough, they will pop out. And then you gotta just push, they're spring loaded, you gotta push it back and catch the threads there carefully. There we go. Yep, we got it. So let's destring it and we'll keep going, tearing this thing apart. Awesome. All right, so removal of the trem is pretty easy. Got this spring here. You just loosen that and it will pop right up off these posts. And then you can see there's just 4 regular Phillips head screws, and we'll take the whole assembly from the guitar. Not really much to that at all. All right, so we are completely torn down. Didn't really, I mean, I used these needle nose to get this barrel jack off. I hate these things. These, I had them on an old Kramer. These belong in the garbage. I would never purposely use this stupid barrel jack on any guitar. Get yourself a good regular switchcraft input jack. I mean, I don't know, whatever. I'm only going to reuse, like the cover plates. Obviously, the trem we're going to reuse. The leg rest will get reused. The strap buttons. The pickups were soldered. They were soldered together, and then they had electrical tape covering the joint. I mean, seriously, I don't know if these were added after the fact by a hack. They must have been, because I can't even imagine even the cheapest factory in Korea or Japan or wherever wouldn't be doing something like that. So I'm going to get a Ziploc bag. I'm going to put everything in it, and we are ready to start stripping the finish here. You know, we're just going to scuff this up, and you know, it's a good, make a good substrate for paint. We don't need to do much to it. Just scuff it with Scotch-Brite, really, and we'll go from there. So that's going to be it for the teardown of the Hohner G3T project. All right. So now we're completely stripped. I have the edge well taped here with the painter's masking tape, and I have it doubled up on the edges where you're going to come in contact with your Scotch-Brite pad or your sandpaper. And here on the back, I just kind of have this nice edge, and it's completely little piece of tape, little piece of tape, little piece of tape to go around that edge like that. And what I'm going to attack it with is just a regular Scotch-Brite pad. I have Automotive 220 here that I'm just going to use to give this a good scuff, a good key, as our English counterparts like to say. And I will have to see, but I believe this is, I'm probably not even going to use primer. We'll have to see how this scuffs up, how it looks. But this is probably some kind of super heavy polyester, and you want to, you know, get it no shiny spots whatsoever. Get the finish down there really good before the next coat of paint or primer, if we're going to use primer. But you don't want it to be super thick. I mean, this guitar with EMGs in it, they say you can hook EMGs to a broomstick, which is kind of what we're doing here, and they'll still sound the same. But I still subscribe to the theory that you want a thinner finish for a better sound. So you have this masked off. This is just a sock. This is just an old sock that I use as a rag. You want to make sure that your tape goes up. The tape goes up into here, and that you get it really good, so that if your joint was closer to here and it wasn't really good, your overspray will go through this. But we're fine like this for this little project here. It's going to be a while. The EMGs are, like I said, I had a custom order for those. I think production's 10 or 12 days for that. But let's attack this thing, and you can rejoin me in a few minutes. Cool. Okay, so we get this all scuffed. What I ended up doing was attacking with the 220 first, which is a little bit more aggressive, then going to the 3M Scotch-Brite pad. And as I feared, this has super thick industrial polyurethane clear on it. Look, I didn't even get down to the logo there, which is some type of a silk screen or whatever, but it's so far under the clear that, I mean, what's the point in removing it? There was some deep scratches here. I don't know if you remember, there was some damage that I really had to get after pretty good there with the sandpaper to get those scratches out. But this will make a fine substrate for the paint. One thing to remember is don't forget to get your edges. Now, you're never going to see it. You might see it here on the single coils. The paint will wrap over, but if you don't scuff your edges, the paint's not going to want to stick here on the inside, and you can get flaking. Just something to consider. And also here on the back with the cavity, you get this upturned edge right here and this flat edge here, and the paint will stick much better. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean this with, what am I going to clean this with? Yeah, so I'm going to clean this with isopropyl alcohol and a clean lint-free rag a couple of times over and let it sit for a while, and we should be ready to give it some paint. Outstanding. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the basement of the metal shop. See, they got the guitar hanging over there and getting ready to paint it. I'm going to do base coat. I want to put some gold in there, some Hertz gold. Got this from Color My Auto off the internet. This is automotive grade paint, really good stuff. You need a base coat because that guitar is going to be yellow. So trying to put yellow over black or even over white White would be okay, it would pop. Yellow over black, it might be a little bit muted, but nice base coat just makes your color pop that much more. So I am going to be wearing a respirator. I'm in the basement of the metal shop, like I said. I got a fan going on over in the window there. The furnace, which is right over here, may be kicking on, but the paint has been sitting inside for quite a while, not in my garage. It is at room temperature, which you want. It'll make it flow out a lot better. Any other tips and tricks? I cleaned the guitar down again with isopropyl alcohol one more time, especially after hanging it. I put some fingerprints on it. You want to make sure that you get rid of all those. So let's get to painting. We'll do a brief pause and get my respirator on, and we'll get this going on. All right, sorry for the talking through the respirator here. That's good for now. Just dust it on, a little bit of metallic, a little bit of color. Wait about 15 more minutes here, and we'll put on a second coat. This can has just about kicked it. Having a hard time with it. I'm gonna start with a fresh can, actually get some color on there. So see you in 15. All right, so disappointed. This is what Color My Auto is calling saffron yellow metallic. This is, I don't even know what color this is. It's like a muted gold color. This is not saffron yellow metallic. It's not even close. So I'm pretty disappointed. This is what you get when you buy stuff over the internet, I guess. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Hertz Gold again and paint right over the top of this and leave it to Hertz Gold, which is much nicer than whatever garbage color this is. I mean, I don't know if it was mixed improperly or whatever, but Google up saffron yellow metallic. It's a beautiful bright yellow. This is gold. I don't know how else to put it. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait a few more minutes here and dust over a real light top coat of the Hertz Gold Metallic, which is a much nicer color than this. Hertz Gold. Sorry, it's not metallic. It is metallic, but it's just called Hertz Gold. I'm gonna do that, and we'll call it a day, I guess. Bummer. All right, so we fast forwarded a couple months after that paint debacle there. You'll see the Hertz Gold Metallic finish that we ended up with. I did add a Steinberger logo. Some people may have an issue with that. I don't. Ned Steinberger should get credit for his designs that were unfortunately knocked off by the Asian market, and he could do nothing with copyright or patents or anything like that once they take the production overseas. Anyway, so you'll see I did install the EMGs, sort of. I put the EMG 81 in the bridge, the EMG SA up there. I left the EMG Select disconnected and driven down to the deck there. I like to have room in between my pickups to pick and to dig in. I don't really need that pickup. Quite honestly, the EMG switches didn't fit in the space for 3. I could fit the 2 switches because they have those quick disconnects, so the base of the switch is very large. So I have just the switching for the 2 pickups here and these very expensive EMG switches, and I left this toggle here as just a dummy. It doesn't really do anything. So I did wire this up for volume and volume. Now you guys in the know with the EMGs know don't work. I wired it up, plugged it in, tested it, tapping the pickup with the screwdrivers. Both volumes worked. Switching worked. But EMG likes master volume only and tone. Or you can just have master volume. They don't really play nice with separate volumes. There may be a way to wire that. I'm not sure. I think I've tried it before. I've scoured the internet. A bunch of other guys have tried it. Just no worky. Doesn't work. So I'm going to convert this back to master volume and tone. It's a matter of getting in there and just changing some plugs around. It's really simple. The only problem is I've got everything stuffed in that tiny little cavity there in the back, including the battery, because I didn't want to route for a separate battery compartment. Check out that strap. Isn't that cool? Those are blanks from, I don't know, World War II era, maybe M1, I believe. Me, you guys that are in the know, you firearms nuts will know. But I got those bullets. Someone didn't want them anymore. They gave them to me in a nice metal, one of those nice metal ammo cases. I bought a really nice Levi's bull leather strap, and I sewed them onto the strap with like a wax thread that you'd use to put on a steering wheel cover that I had left over from a project. Came out pretty cool. It's kind of nice for this guitar because the guitar is so little and weighs nothing. That strap is pretty heavy, so it kind of balances out. But anyway, I wanted to give you guys an update on that project. I'm going to attach it to the original video that I never uploaded, so it's not even going to seem like an update, just a resolution, a closing for that video, if you will. Now the Steinberger, the Hohner G3, whatever, this nice little travel guitar. So as always, my friends, thank you for watching. I truly appreciate your support. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think. Should I have not put a Steinberger logo on there? Is that fugazi? Is that wrong? Do you like the color? What about the Porsche saffron yellow metallic it was supposed to be? So on and so forth. So anyway, please hit me up in the comments. Give me a sub if you're so inclined. Lots of good stuff on this channel. And as always, my friends, take care. Bye-bye. Hurts.